If you're a golfer at any level from beginner through to competitor, you need to watch this 5-minute video. That is because what we are going to take you through works for every golfer. We're looking at how the body can improve your distance, your ball striking, and your consistency. Instead of looking at swing tips and hacks and different things, we look at the fundamentals, because as much as every swing is individual in terms of the body shape, where the club travels, the swing plane, all of the swings on tour are different, but they all share these 3 fundamentals. That's what we want to take you through today, and the reason is I do this with players on the course, and immediately they hit it better, they hit it further, and it feels comfortable. That's because we are getting the body to work as it is supposed to. And this works for every level. It will look different, but you will improve. And that is because as much as golf swings are different, they all require 3 key physical principles. Number 1 is going to be a full turn. Now, you might not be able to get to 100+ degrees, but what we can do is turn the upper body and load the lower body. Number 2 is that loading factor. And this is where we start to see how the body works. We use our own body weight to engage the lower body, to stretch muscles around that stability, and then create biomechanics that are just super simple. Instead of you guessing where positions are, we use the body in segments to build a better golf swing. And that leads us into part 3, which is sequencing. Because if we have the stability in the lower body, the stretch, the full turn, and the loading in the upper body, your sequencing will take care of itself. You don't have to feel as though you pull down on the club and get all out of timing. Your body literally does it for you. Now, each of these factors are super simple to understand, and when you actually do look into how they work and start to get the feel, you will see immediate progress, and you'll see that it does in fact work for you. So let's talk about that full turn. Number 1, we're looking at the driver. This works all the way through the bag. Just do it less. Sounds too simple, but really the driver is the longest swing, it's the fastest swing, and all of the body positions are going to be exaggerated. When you go down through the bag, do the same thing and just do it a little bit less. So when we look at that full turn, we want to set up with intent. Now, how wide you have the stance is going to be relative to how comfortable you feel and turn through the hips, and then we want to ensure that the trail shoulder is significantly lower than the lead shoulder. Roughly going to be a 10-degree angle through the shoulders there. Now, the feel off the ball here, to really create that turn, too many golfers swing mostly with their arms. What we want to do is the opposite. We want to lead with your body. So the key off the ball feel is that when we start to turn, we engage the core and turn it against your trail leg, specifically the quad and the glute. So you're working the big muscles of the upper body against the big muscles of the lower body. The hip's still going to turn around 45 degrees. We're not trying to resist. We're going to turn and load against. So you can see here the core is against the quad, it's against the glute, and once we have that position, the arms can swing with as much width as they want to, because the club can only travel so far in that direction. So as you turn off the ball, we immediately create stability, we create the right mechanics, and we try and get the club as wide as possible. Because here, we have that stability, we have that loading, which we're getting into, and then, once we get to here, the club cannot continue to travel away, so it works up and around. Now, we are in a full turn position. That might be slightly short of 90 for some. Ideally, we get to that 90-degree turn, so we're behind the ball. If you're mobile and we can retain that loading, we can go all the way up over 100 degrees. If you can turn further, you have the potential for more speed. That's relative to your mobility and how you move around the ball. So, every single time, your takeaway feel is number 1, lots of intent into the ball, okay? So in that setup, feel athletic, feel as though you're ready to go. As we turn off the ball, it's the core into that trail leg, so we create that stability and then load up to the top, okay? That takes us into factor number 2, that is loading. What you're going to feel is that because you're using your upper body against that lower body, we start to create those reactionary forces. So we turn off here. Once we have that stability, the muscles load, we stretch around that stability, we already have the body fully loaded. Here, the lower body is working against the ground, the core works into that trail leg to create that position of stretch around the spine and rotation, and then the arms reach the top of their arc. We are fully loaded, we're in a great position, and all you have to do is feel that we use the weight of the upper body against the strength of the lower body and let the arms continue their journey. So every time, turn and load. This sounds too simple. Honestly, it is not. And that takes us into the sequencing because we know what happens with the muscle. They stretch and they return. The most basic way to look at how muscles function in the body. And if we're creating that stability, the muscles are loaded, we're using the ground, so we get that stability in the lower body, stability through the core, and then we stretch down through the lats in the lead side of our body, all the way around the spine. We're in this stretch position. So many golfers struggle here because we pull down with the arms. You hit that slice and we're not going to be moving very well. However, if you have hit the full turn and the loading that we just described, we get to the top of the swing, we're in a great position, and naturally the muscles want to return. So as you get this stretch and load position at the top, you're already going to see that the club starts to work down itself. This is what the best players in the world do. You've heard all about it. It's the X factor. You cannot do that by trying to find a position at the top of the swing. You will do that every time if you can turn and load, stretch the muscles, and then sequence down, okay? Because that sequencing is all about going on the way back, we load the lower body through the core, get the arms to the top, and because we've then loaded so well, the lower body is going to want to return first. That triggers your downswing movement. And as you do so, the hips then lead, the upper body follows, the arms stay behind, and we get into this incredible impact position without doing anything, okay? And that really is the feel. We don't get to the top of the swing and wonder what we have to do. We have to pull down and try and make a swing and try and hit the ball. Rather, we create that full turn, we load to the top, we let the muscles change direction, that fires the lower body, that keeps the club behind us in this powerful slot position, and then we release to the target. Essentially, what you are trying to do is load and turn in the backswing, replicate it on the way down, okay? Now, how do you apply this to your game, and how do you use this when you go to the course to play better immediately? Number one, we have the perfect drill. Super simple. I've used it for such a long time. Got it from Jared Isaacs way back. Cool guy, okay? So as we said, it is the backswing loading drill. Very simply, you're not going to hit from here. This is a great way to practice that full turn. We get the ball in line with our trail foot and we address the ball where it is, okay? So from here, we're going to do exactly what we just talked about. You're going to turn and you're going to try and get the lead shoulder in line with that ball at the back whilst you load the lower body. So we turn off the ball, get the lead shoulder in line. Now you can see here, we've made a really big turn. We've done all of those things we just talked about. By getting that lead shoulder in line, we get to that 90-degree position. That is an incredible feel, okay? So we've got full turn, we wind it up. That's a drill you can do all the time. You create an incredible pressure and stability. You fire in the core, and you're getting that fully loaded, big rotation into that backswing turn. Now when we take that to the course and when we start to practice, we go with that exact same feel. And if you can get to the point where this is the only thing you think on the course, you will hit it better than ever every time you play. Because once you get set up, just like in the drill we just did, all we're looking to do is get the lead shoulder behind the ball. So we're in that nice, powerful setup position. We've got all that intent, we're fully ready to go, and then as we turn, the core loads into the lower body, and you pull your lead shoulder behind the ball, you're fully loaded, and you can absolutely roast it from that position. So we get set, lead shoulder behind the ball. Now from here, everything is good to go. You're going to be able to drop the club into the slot. You're going to have that full turn so you get to the inside of the ball, and from that position, it is full go. Okay, your body will work better, your swing will work better, you'll hit it further, and it will feel effortless. Now I wanted to jump on and give you this today because during the season, if you focus on this as opposed to small swing changes, working with a coach, trying to hit this shot, that shot, you will see immediate immediate progress. And then, once you have this locked in, you can look at the other 10%, however that is. Grip, ball position, alignment, what type of shot you want to hit. But fundamentally, if you can do this, you will hit better golf shots, you will have the potential to create more distance through more speed, and you will play better golf, right? We've had some good examples of the swing throughout. Every swing is different, but every swing is the same as well. I appreciate you taking the time. Hope you're crushing it this summer. If you want to improve body and game, make sure you head over and get your free trial to the Driven Golf and Fitness app. Get the best program for you in less than 1 minute. Hit like, hit subscribe, and get to work on your game so you can golf strong.